Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 2 of my Automate Everything series for modded Minecraft 1.16. In today's episode, I will be using the mod Pedestals to automatically produce cobblestone and netherrack and ice and maybe a couple of other things. And I will automatically import them, or not import them, but store them in my ME system right here. So let's get started. So the mods that you will need are just the mod Pedestals. Although I would recommend having the mod Applied Energistics 2 or Refined Storage as well, as this is kind of what this episode is all about, is the storage capability of the pedestals themselves. So if we take a look at the pedestals and the cobble generator, which are these upgrades right here, they are produced pretty simply with an upgrade base and water and lava. But one thing you can do with them is you can enchant them, which I have done with my upgrades right here. And you can see that the two applicable enchantments are the pedestal speed and the pedestal capacity upgrades, or enchantments rather. So let's go ahead and see what this upgrade can do. Obviously, it can produce cobblestone, but let's take a look right here. By default, this will generate cobblestone. If a stack exists in the buffer, one stack will always be available in the pedestal, as in you can just grab it with a free hand off the pedestal. You can drop cobble on the pedestal to store it in the buffer. The buffer holds 2 billion cobblestone. It's actually, if I had to guess, it's like 2.1 billion because that's one of the limits of the coding, actually. So let's throw down a cobble or a pedestal, and let's throw on, actually I don't want to do that. I want to place a block underneath it. So this first one right here is going to generate cobblestone. So no specific block needs to be down here for this to produce cobblestone. I could have any old block as long as it's not one of these specific blocks. But what I can do now is I can just grab cobblestone off this pedestal. But one of the neat things about this is that it does have an internal buffer that you cannot access. It does not have a GUI or anything. However, it is there. So let's go take a look at how much cobblestone I have in my system right here. It's about 28,000. So what we can do is we can actually slap a storage bus on this. And we can do that right there and hook it up to my ME system. And once this becomes active, I am going to... Actually, we can go ahead and do this right now. We can partition the storage to only store cobblestone, and we want to set it to a negative priority because it will be producing items by itself. So once this actually becomes active, and because my ME system is rather large, it takes a little while. Let's go over here and take a look at how much cobblestone I have now. So if we take a look at this, it is producing cobblestone at an absolutely insane amount. It's something like, 1,000-ish a second, which is absolute insanity. And the thing is, all of that is accessible in my ME system now. So what we're going to do is let's take a look at some of the other blocks that this can produce, and let's go ahead and set those up as well. So if we type in hashtag cobble, and then we right click here, and let's go to the cobble gen. What you can see here is if you place this certain block under the pedestal, it will produce the block on top instead of cobblestone. So a few things you can do that might be useful would be ice right here is kind of useful in some instances. Endstone is useful, and netherrack is useful. I haven't been able to actually get this particular recipe to work. I'm not really sure how to do that. But because I tried placing some cobblestone and then some vines on the side of that cobblestone, couldn't get this to work, but I'm sure it does. I'm just probably too dumb to figure it out. So let's go ahead and get some of this other stuff going as well. So nether bricks will produce netherrack. Blue ice will produce ice. Purple will produce endstone, and basalt will produce basalt. So let's go ahead and throw the pedestals on top here. And let's go ahead and throw the cobble generators or the cobble generator upgrades on these. So as you can see, we got some netherrack right here. This will be ice, this will be endstone, and this will be basalt. And because I have these upgrades enchanted, they do produce a lot of this stuff. So let's go ahead and hook all of these up to my ME system here. By using storage buses here, and then let's go ahead and tell these storage buses to configure to only hold the item that is in the pedestal, and then set them to a negative priority as well. I'm not entirely sure the negative priority probably doesn't need to be done, but it's just a safety mechanism to make sure that the ME system does not try to put additional items into the pedestal, because I'm pretty sure it can only hold one type of item at a time. I could be wrong about that though. I'm not an expert in the mod pedestals. But let's take a look right here. Let's see if we have some netherrack going. We do. We have 88,000 and rapidly rising right now. So that is pretty awesome. Let's take a look at the ice. That's another something that could be very valuable. Already have 80,000 of it. That's fantastic. And endstone as well. Once again, 80,000. So that is kind of the insanity of the mod pedestals here, and how you can use it with either Applied Energistics 2 or Refined Storage. And basically I have an infinite supply of these items right here. I know they're pretty simple items, but they can be valuable, and so yeah. So in today's episode, I showed you how to automate the mod pedestals and the Cobble generator from that mod in conjunction with either Applied Energistics 2 and the ME system, or Refined Storage and its item storage system. It's a very powerful combination because you can have basically infinite supply of these items right here. If you learned something, if you feel like you learned something today, feel free to drop a like down below. And if you are interested in learning more about automation in modern Minecraft, subscribe for more videos like this one. Signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.